and welcome to NoTube. And we have a double bill for you as we're talking not only the Continental season finale, episode 3, but we're also going to give you some GenV episode 4. It's been a packed week for us as well as a busy week for us. So there's a double bill we're going to be doing today as a way of just basically getting through all of this stuff that we've been watching. I have my cohort with me in Gaz. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing all right.
So, where do you want to start first, pal? I'll give you the choice. GenV or the Continental?
I say we do GenV first because the Continental was the wrapping up of the series.
All right, fair enough. So, I don't know. Like, I know you've seen. The episode now. Prior to watching the episode, I gave you my opinion on it. I thought it was a much better episode compared to to what we've already had. Ginger's already made his bed. Ginger Greek, that is. He doesn't like the He doesn't like the series so far. I didn't like episode 4 either. How did you find episode 4?
A bit of a mixed bag. It was definitely better than the prior episodes, but there's still a lot of the emo stuff that was annoying me in the prior episodes. But seeing that though, I was much more engaged in the action, like the Golden Boy's brother, whose name I can't remember. Is it Scott? Is it?
Yeah, me neither.
Scott, is it?
I can't remember his name. But it's his younger brother, I believe.
Yeah. So his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Scott. Yeah.
The fact that he was so powerful and they were struggling to control him.
Mm-hmm.
And I did kind of like Jordan and what's the name? The main character. Sorry, brain fart. They're kind of buddy romance. Yeah, the blood girl. Yeah, their buddy romance.
Marie, I think her name is.
Yeah, Marie. Yeah. I love that buddy romance, and it's obviously they have like some sort of relation. They're obviously together. It's just like, and the thing is that does she count as gay or not? And that is very because the thing is that Jordan could be both. So that's going to be one of those.
I don't think it matters whether. I don't think it's. I mean, however we want to look at it, it's very unusual, that's for sure. But whether she's gay, straight, bisexual, whatever, I think all of that is irrelevant. But what we did get in this episode was a very interesting character in Tech Knight, and before Tech Knight appeared in this, I always assumed that he was the boys' version of Iron Man, a guy who basically spent money to become the superhero that he is because he has no superpowers of his own.
Yeah.
But that really wasn't necessarily the case when we saw Tech Knight. He's like his superpowers is like he's almost like it's almost like detective type of superpowers. Like he's able to pick up on people's mannerisms and whether he's like a human lie detector, so to speak.
So
if you know what I mean.
He reminds me a lot of what's his name now?
Sherlock?
No. Maxwell Lord. Maxwell Lord in the actual comics.
Okay.
Maxwell Lord
Yeah.
In the, So I really liked this particular. I particularly I like the character because he was a sleaze boy. It reminded me a lot of like Aaron Eckhart a little bit. The characters he tends to play and stuff like it reminded me a lot of him in I Thank You for Smoking, where he plays this awful like douchebag pro smoking flaming senator in flaming that, and it reminded me a lot of that. He had the same kind of swam. I think swam was the word.
Suave.
No, not suave. Like with smarmy. Smarmy, there you go, smarm. It's very smarmy, yeah. But I did like the way because seriously, he was the best part of this entire show so far for me. Because like him and the English professor, the English head teacher now, had incredible chemistry. It's like can we have more of this and less of the mopey teenagers, please? It's like because that.
I agree. Like the whole teenager thing has been done to death. Whether it be this like horror movies, detectives, Harry Potter style, which is what this is reminding me a lot. The famous five, you name it. It's been done to death, and so it doesn't. I don't find it very intriguing because we're talking about characters that are still coming to terms of who they are going to genuinely be, and they're still developing, they're still learning. Whilst with the boys and more, more characters who are more middle aged, so to speak, they are who they are. You know what I mean? And they might go through arc. Yeah, I mean they're fully formed, and they might go through certain arcs, but they are still genuinely who they genuinely are. And that's what makes them so much more interesting. So. And yeah, nevertheless, though, seeing Tech Knight using his abilities and his powers, like he would see people getting sweaty, or he'll see the pulse in their neck bump, or even maybe smell something from them, which yeah, like it's very difficult to get things past him. But he also works for Vought, which means that basically they're just doing a cover up at Vought. So regardless of what the truth is, they're just pretending to find the truth and then just stick it on some patsy to take the blame, so people don't find out about the Woods program that's happening underground, where they're fucking with people. And Golden Boy's brother, by the way, is definitely fucked in the head.
Yes,
he is. I mean, and he has he has issues. He's quite, I think he's hallucinating, and you saw like Jason Ritter, like a Sesame Street version of him, and that's John Ritter's son. It's John Ritter's son, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
it looks so much like his dad.
Yeah, no, I think it was out of UQ, which is like that kind of saucy puppet thing that looks like Sesame Street. But yeah, I mean, okay. I agree. I mean, that was. But
they did something like this is brought to you by the letter K. K obviously meaning kill and stuff like that.
That was a very disturbing scene. Like, I mean, I love the fact that the family kind of he goes into like really disturbed by this guy, but obviously so. It's just like it's just great. I mean, as I said, I am a huge fan of I was a huge fan of that because like it was like, oh, so not every person in this is a superpower. They're human beings. Well, we don't know about that, but like we never see them go about the day and what would happen if a super goes mental. And this basically was happening. Like, as you said, the Jason Ritter scene was great.
Yeah. Well, that lady, that Shetty lady, the British woman, the Indian British woman, she definitely doesn't have superpowers because it was mentioned in small talk here and there. I do recall that, but she does still have her smarts about her. I think she was always going to get the blame for all of this, but she managed to find out something on Tech Knight, which was really fucked up. I mean, well, is he a pansexual? Is that what he is?
Who?
Tech Knight.
I don't know.
But he basically wants to fuck anything with a hole in it.
I think that's polyamorous, isn't it?
Is it? I mean, I'm sorry.
Polyamorous is where you have multiple partners. Pansexual is when you don't care if someone's trans or not.
No, I thought that you're attracted to anything. Like you could be attracted to inanimate objects.
No.
Anyway, regardless,
if you're pansexual, you're still human beings. But yeah, he was one of the best episodes. To us, he was a phenomenal actor. I don't know who that actor is, but he was really great in that.
Yeah, but him like fucking holes in the wall, fucking hand dryers, fucking tree logs, absolutely crazy. We also saw Marie like hardly like she wanted some help, so she goes to this psychic, and the psychic's a bit of a this is what I love about the show. Like, there's just no good people, man. What I mean? Like, the psychic's a fucking perv. He sees Marie, look, she's an attractive girl, and uses his psychic powers to try to bang her.
Yep.
and he's all naked in front of her, but because he's like getting aroused and stuff, and his blood's all in his penis area, she's able to control that blood and burst it out of his fucking genitals.
Yeah,
Oh man,
that was another point where it's like they're just too they're trying too hard.
no, but I thought that was a clever one that time. I thought that was a good one. You know, I thought that was a really clever way of her using her powers, and like I mean, the guy was obviously like he's using his power, but he's using his powers in like a date rape way, like it's like date rape powers, so to speak. And he's trying to manipulate her, and if that's the case, then he kind of got what he deserved, in my opinion. So I'm very happy that happened to him, and I was laughing my fucking ass off. And then she ends up with Jordan, and they have this moment together, and then she turns into male Jordan, and then they get it on for a bit, and then nothing happens because they get interrupted by
Cricket.
Is it Trixie? Yeah, Cricket, yeah. Who has escaped the prison and knows where Golden Boy's brother is, and yeah, so that was all pretty cool. They do catch up with Golden Boy. He is losing his mind a bit, and then we see more of Cricket's powers when the size that she's at, she eats more food to get bigger.
Yeah, and plus they Cricket and Golden Boy's brother have a moment.
Yeah, them two are definitely falling for each other. That's for sure. And he's like she's like Black Widow, and he's the Hulk. You know what I mean? He goes, it's like the sun's coming down now and all that sort of shit. She's doing that to him. Like he's keeping him calm and keeping his feet on the ground, so to speak. But yeah, it was a cool moment to see that she can also get bigger. It's not smaller. It's just that her powers, unfortunately, are not. Yeah, they're food related, which makes it difficult for her to do. Like to use her powers on a whim, like other people can as well. But yeah, it was a really good episode, as far as I was concerned. I don't know if we what to.
What's up, mate?
You lose the will to live. Apparently, he lose the will to. I thought some of the scenes. Look, I know Ginger didn't like the fact that there was a penis on display and no girl was showing a minge or her fucking tits. So all hell froze over for his ass.
No, I think the problem that I think it's both me and you have this problem. It's the lack of equality. It's like, look, I've got no problem with a guy showing his cock. I got every single problem when the reason for women to show their tits. And
I don't need a balance on these sort of things like you guys do for some fucking reason. You guys really need to balance this shit out. Oh look, there's a penis there, so I must see some tits. Like I must see a fucking minge. Like I'm looking at like I'm looking at the Predator's fucking face with his mask off. No, I don't need that shit like you guys do, and it's really fucking infuriating and stupid and immature that you guys need to see a minge because you've seen a dick. Please. It's fucking ridiculous. As many times, it's many times, yeah, where you see men who are shirtless. Doesn't mean that you need to see women's tits now. It's the same fucking thing because tits ain't fucking genitalia, yeah. So please, I think you guys need to fucking move on from this stuff and grow the fuck up. Whip a cock out, and I got no reason. It's not about balance. As a way to cover up the. It doesn't matter, man. So maybe the girl doesn't look for a start. I think some of the times, I mean that cock for a start, the two cocks we've seen in this show, they weren't fucking real.
CGI knobs.
Yeah, we saw a CGI knob, and we saw which was there so this girl could hold on to it when she's small, and then we saw another dick that got blown into pieces, because Marie used her blood powers. So, it was there.
Yeah, as I said, as me personally, as I said, like it was just there
Yeah.
because they went shop value. As I said, that's my biggest.
Yeah, like so if I so if a girl if a girl doesn't want to show her fucking tits,
That's fair enough.
then fair enough. I mean, I'm not here for that. Honestly, I'm not here for that. So it's I'm here for good stories, and if they do show her tits and her tits end up getting really expansive and she uses her tits as fucking like a defense shield, because the tits are so fucking big that they can stop bullets from fucking attacking everyone, and they're great. And that'll be really cool if they can create a character like that on the boys, super tits. You know what I mean?
Like,
Stop
shoots
fucking
milk and stuff
missiles
like
and all
that.
of that sort of stuff. And
Shoots milk
she
and all
fucking
that
shoots.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, look, for me, as I said, it's not. As I said, there's a little bit of good for the goose, good for the gander a little bit. But the main problem is it's just there to shock me rather than it's there to make any kind of representation.
Look, this shows how bad the show is. They rely on the same gag. Yeah, I kind of agree but I think to a degree, but it's it's like, okay, this show is capable of doing these sort of gags in the first place, and not many shows do this sort of stuff. I do want more of the what do you call it, the sort of social elements, which is what the boys were so good at. And in a way, this episode kind of showed a little bit of that regarding the fact that that Vought was the one investigating it with their tech noir show, but the reality is they weren't really investigating; they were just making some bullshit up, and they were going to blame it on somebody else to keep the masses happy and stimulated and feel that everything's legit. So we kind of got that to a degree in this episode, which was pretty cool in my opinion. The shows that are in on it, they're not there to extract the truth; they're there to cover up the truth. So all of that was good, and seeing this Tech Knight as well was a nice introduction as well. Hopefully, we will see him in some sort of boys' version of an Iron Man suit in the future as well. So I wanted more of that frat party silliness instead that they went straight into the Morrow's email. Yeah, well, I mean, it is that type of show, though, isn't it? Investigations and stuff like that. And it's the first season as well. Like sometimes the show needs to know where it's at by the second or third season because it's still trying to find its feet.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I would more Stargirl, the Breakfast Club rather than just this flaming not Sweet Valley High. That's a really good show. Like I don't know, Riverdale shit, where it's all like emo shit. It's like, stop it. It's like you can do well-rounded characters. Some people have more emotions than I'm depressed, or I'm really sad about the fact that I killed both my parents because of my superpower.
Yeah, but that would be something that I think you could. I mean, we kind of got a gist of her upbringing because she was brought up in like some sort of superhero orphanage for a while. She has, she's got the stain which will constantly live with her for the rest of her life of killing her parents, man. That's how this character is particularly developed. I can understand that you guys didn't want a character to begin like that in the first place. I get you. I genuinely get you. You cleanse my palate by watching Power Rangers laugh out loud. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
It would be maybe nice that necessarily some of these characters didn't have this initial baggage, so they were all fucking assholes to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, where's the character arcs for these people? They're already
because everyone seems to be quite wholesome, which is not the thing I kind of dislike about this. They all seem to be decent people. That Emma Frost character, that Magneto character, the Bloody Marie, the Jordan, they all seem. I mean, they might not be perfect, and they might do some stupid things, but they seem to be on a decent level. But it'd be nice if all of them were fucking assholes to begin with. With this fucking asshole version of the X-Men to begin with. Instead of going down this route. But for what it's worth, it's okay. It could be far worse. But it's definitely not the route I would have gone with, that's for sure. Her power manifestations was awesome, the way she killed her parents, but everyone has baggy for fuck's sake. She could have been the one with the PTSD, but everyone fucking has it, and they're all so goddamn boring.
I'm with Ginger. I'm with Ginger on this one. Like for example, Jordan has the fact that their dad can't accept the way they are, and they're going super over the top with this whole. But we're going to make
want them to be a girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a super trans. What's the word? The trans justification. It's like come on. I mean, like the X-Men who were a gay transition did their thing way better than this.
Well, but the point is that Jordan needs their female side in superheroing just as much as their male side. They're indestructible as males, but they need their super males for the offense. So male's the defense, and female is the offense. So they need both powers, so yeah, you can't just be a walking shield. You need to maybe be able to kick back, which is why her female form is important, and we saw that in this as well. So yeah, I actually thought this was so far the best episode of the first 4 episodes that we got. I don't necessarily think now that we need to uncover more truths. We all know this place is run by Vought, and everyone in Vought is a fucking asshole. It was initially founded by a Nazi. Let's never forget that. So, Stormfront herself was the original founder, or her husband was. So, I mean, it could have started as a frat type show that goes down the investigation route, eventually leading to teams to forming their own team. But God knows what we'll get. I'm not sure if I like that either. In a way, like they come of age and shit like that. Ginger, I don't know. I think the fact that I like the. I'm liking it much more if they were just selfish assholes in some capacity, trying to fuck over each other.
No, I mean that's bad as well, because there should be different personalities who all have their character arcs throughout the show, and that's what we get. And then they become something different. Like I wouldn't mind if Marie was the only one who was kind of like had some issues with her powers having an effect in her life, like she killed her parents. And that this is a deep secret she has to keep, and like everyone around her is like happy going to drug and things, and she's worried about losing control and stuff like that. That could be interesting. And then the other characters, have their shit, but it's much on a micro level. Let's say, for example, Cricket is because of her power has to throw up, but the thing is, she kind of likes it because she likes the attention it gives her. But she's on the brink of out. See, that's much more of a character arc because it deals into, but no, in the first episode she gets taken advantage of about 3 or 4 times. It's like, so therefore she's an emo cunt as well.
Well, I mean, she's a manipulator. She gets I wouldn't call it evil. I said that she's manipulated.
Emo.
Oh, emo. Sorry, my bad. I apologize. I thought you said evil. Yeah, I mean, but you're in that society of like being young and who's the cool person and all of these sort of things, which is what university, college, even school is all about. And the chads and the jocks and the fucking nerds and the fucking bays and the fucking all of this. So anyway, I mean, when the guy wants her to shrink, she should have thrown up on the bloke, laugh out loud. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we're kind of done with GenV. I thought it was a decent episode. I look forward to the next episode, whenever that is. I forgot the scheduling for it. But episode 5, I'm on board on this show right now. I'm going to give episode 4 a very solid 8 out of 10. What are you going to give it, guys?
I'm going to give it a 6 because of Tech Knight. If it wasn't for him, this would be getting a 4. Because it's more emo shit, and I don't want more emo shit. So give me some happiness, please.
Fair enough. And Jenny Greek obviously gives it a 2 out of 10, which is high marks as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, all right. On to the Continental. My God, this episode was absolutely packed. I can understand why episode 2 was the way it was, because it really needed to set up episode 3 for being this prolonged action sequence for what it is, and I can also understand now in a way why this whole series is called the Continental, because it's pretty much based in this hotel, this final act. Um, absolutely, absolutely. Watching this thing, like, just constantly go. I have to be honest with you. I think it sometimes went on a bit too long. Um, some like the ending of the series. It's just constant action and constant people running around. 1 minute, all these hitmen are together. Next thing you know, they're all fucking killing each other. It got me a little bit confused here and there, but nevertheless, it was a fantastic finale. For what it's worth, we have our heroes who basically want to take over the Continental. They want to get to Cormac, played by Mel Gibson. He's the key to all of this. They get to him, they kill him, get to the armory, load themselves up, kill everyone who comes close to them, and make a statement to the high table, and which means that hopefully that Winston ends up becoming the new proprietor of the Continental. That's their plan. Obviously, things don't go according to plan, even though, as we all know, because of John Wick movies, it has to work out at the end. But there were some nice moments in this. For instance, the guy who plays the sniper, I liked what he did, though, infiltrating that old lady's house and pretending to be a boiler and getting her out the house and stuff like that, so you can use her window to do all his snipering. Kind of reminded me of the Hitman sniper levels to a degree. And we have the break-in of the Continental as well. And we also had some wrap-ups too, like, for instance, the Chinese gang that wanted to take over the dojo. They did, but in turn, they ended up getting the shit blown out of them because it was a trap. So that got resolved pretty quickly. We find out that journalist has got a few moves to her, and we found out a really good thing on her, because I remember when on episode 1, when she's fucking her cop friend, she looked like she had some burn marks on her body. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, and
she's a journalist. She's a detective.
No, she used to be she was a police officer. She's now a journalist. But remember, the guy said that you're a cop, and she goes, "I was a cop after she killed those guys."
Okay.
So, but the payoff is so fucking good. It's so good because it makes sense if you remembered, because they show you the burn marks on her body very, very briefly. They don't really focus on it too much, but then you realize, because of the flashback scenes where Winston and Frank threw those Molotov cocktails in those windows, and apparently it was an order of Cormac, and she was the girl who survived, and so she obviously still got some scarring from the house being burnt, but she survived, and you saw the scarring on her, and I just really clever moments like that in the writing, because if I think of myself, this makes great sense. I mean, did you like that little twist?
Yes.
When that was revealed, yeah.
Yes, because I was wondering what she was doing in the series, but then when that came out, it's like, it makes sense. And the thing is that they didn't just do it in the first episode or second episode. They still for the right perfect time, which was the last episode. Do you know all the problems I was just describing with GenV? This is why I love this series, because this is the anti-GenV. This is everything a spin-off should be. That it tells its own story, that is connected to the original world, but does it in a very smart way. We have characters that we actually care about that are good. And even Winston was really good in this. I mean, he was badass. I mean, to us, all the characters were badass in this, in my opinion. Like, Mel Gibson's performance, and I think I saw this in the
He's fantastic. He's so
has been fucking fantastic. I don't care what people. I will people go, "Oh, you're defending Mel Gibson." No, it's like, I'm not defending the person. I'm saying the actor was great.
Yeah, the performance was great, man. He's absolutely fucking off his nut. Totally unhinged. And
the thing is that it happens slowly. Like, you see how unhinged he is. Like, every episode he gets worse, and that's kind of what it should be. It shouldn't be like, like mental deterioration doesn't happen all once. It happens like over a series of time.
He felt betrayed because his dude, the Nigerian dude whose name escapes me, Sharon. Yeah,